And gentlemen, get ready for an experience like no other. Tune in every Monday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for The Mary D. Show, where the ordinary meets the extraordinary. The Mary D. Show brings you powerful insights and inspiring stories from a diverse range of guests. Join our incredible host, Mary D. Welch, as she sits down with thought leaders, business owners, and changemakers, sharing their journeys and successes. From career professionals and entrepreneurs to educators and beauty advisors, Mary D. Welch interviews sports figures and health enthusiasts, offering a platform for extraordinary voices. Explore the world of extraordinary people and places in business and finance, homes and real estate, beauty and wellness, education and empowerment, sports and health, and more. Want to be a guest on the show? Call 619-669-8603 or email Mary at marydwelch.com. Visit www.marydwelch.com to learn more.
Hello, everybody. And welcome to another Mary D show. I know I sometimes you'll see me say that this is a solo show or something like that, but it is. It's just me and you today, audience. But first, I like to say hi to our live viewers. Hi, live viewers. Then I want to say hi to our replay viewers. Hi, replay viewers, because all of you matter. All of you matter. You are here. We are. I'll be honest. It's hot today. I don't know what the degrees are, but I don't know. I just say this. It's a beautiful day, ladies and gentlemen. It's a beautiful day. So I also want to say hi to our executive producer. As everybody know, hi, babe. In the background is Oliver, and he's the one that makes all the bells and whistles and everything go on. So just know, we just wanted to say hello. And then I want to say hi to our beautiful niece. She hails from Atlanta, Georgia. Hi, Jazzy. There you go. Hi, Jazzy girl. She is in the background. Hi, sweetheart. She is I say number one fan because Jazzy is always, she's not just here, she's early. And Trenda, you can be the number two fan. Hi, Trenda. Trenda don't play. Trenda's like, I don't say I'm not here, Mary. I am here. And Trenda, you are here, girl. So thank you for being here. And then I see it says prepared to present. No, I can't remember. Tell me now who is prepared to present, because I don't want to get anybody's names wrong or anything like that. Trenda's laughing. It's true. Trenda, you here, girl. You here. Because I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we have a show. We have a show today. And I say that, I'm going to tell you some things coming up just to get you ready for what's coming in the next few weeks. Oh, hi, Charles. Hi, Charles. Good to see you. Always good to see you. Just so you know, next Monday, I'm talking to one of the executive producers. Her movie is on Tubi right now. It's called Banished. So if you saw a movie on Tubi called Banished, I'm sitting here. You guys know I wore the wrong dress today, didn't I? But it's okay. It's okay. You know what it was? I like the color. I'm just gonna be honest. I like the color green, and I said, I think my favorite color is actually blue. That's my favorite color. But green is starting to grow on me. I'm starting to really like green too. So anyway, but I wanted to tell you what's coming up in the next few weeks, and then we'll get into what's going on today's show. In the next couple of weeks, we have the executive producer for the movie Vanished. She's coming on. That's next Monday. It was scheduled. This is the scheduling, and she's scheduled for next Monday. Then we have, I forget on the August 31st show, we're going to actually have to do an early show on that show, but I'll tell you more about that after next week's show. I'll tell you about that. September. Now, this is what I'm going to share with you. The entire month of September, as soon as I go live, my nose starts itching. The entire month of September, we're going to do an entire series called Love Is. Love Is. Now, what's interesting about this series, I'm not really speaking. I'm the commentator on it, but we are having a male's point of view every Monday in the month of September, we have Dr. Edward Fairley, and then we have a female's point of view. So we have a male's point of view and then a female's point of view. And so that's going to be the entire month of September. So September's base is set. So if you want to know what love is, September we get to talk about what love is. I think we think it is, it isn't. That's what I think. But anyway, that's a topic for another day. So I just want everybody to be ready for as we're not done with August really, but just to be ready for it. Also, I'm adding, so those of you, if you live in the Inland Empire, Riverside, San Bernardino area, you could even live in LA actually. But for those of you familiar, or the gentleman who I call him the mayor of Riverside. Now he's not quote unquote the official mayor, but that's what I call him. I just call him the mayor of Riverside, and that's Dale Roberts. On a week from tomorrow, so August 25th, so the next 7 days, or 8 days from today, the city of Riverside will make August 25th, now and forevermore, the Dale Roberts Day. So there's going to be a day in the city called the Dale Roberts Day, and that starts, and the actual proclamations, all of the, what they have to do to call it the Dale Roberts Day, that's going to happen on that day. As many of you are aware, the gym that's in Riverside, it's at Boardwell Park, is being named in his honor also. It's going to be called the Dale Roberts Gym. That's all coming up too. So those of you on the email list, you probably know because I've been emailing these things out. And if you're not on the email list, you can send me an email to Mary. Oh, well, this is the easiest way to get on my list. Mary@marydwelch.com, Mary@marydwelch.com, and then I'll add you to the list. If you're not getting the text messages, you want to get on these lists, ladies and gentlemen. And people always wonder how I'm able to do all this. It's magic. No, I'm only kidding. It's not magic. It's not magic. It is there's systems. There's systems. What I love about these systems is that when I hit the button, tons of people got the same information simultaneously to their text or email or whatever the case may be. And that's very, very, encouraging, and just really, that's how we can stay in touch. Let me say that, how we can stay and going on with and what's going on in our community. So just be aware you are a part of a community, whether you're in this community or not. Inland Empire, wherever you are, you're a part of a community. Your community can be big, your community can be small, but you're still part of a community. Now we're calling them tribes. I've heard the name, quote unquote, tribes. Anybody heard tribes lately? That seems to be the catchword. And we're all in tribes, by the way. We're in a family tribe. If you're in school, that's another tribe. It can be a close knit tribe, or maybe not. It can be if you're in a sorority, a fraternity, or your church can be considered a tribe. Belonging to a group is what it really amounts to. And by the way, we all need to belong to at least minimum as one group. There's one group that we need to belong to. If it's your family tribe, that's fine. But there's one group all of us need to belong to. You need to belong to at least one. And that keeps you going, keeps you connected, keeps that love. All that is in there. So much in there, and belonging to these groups. So I just want to go over that with you. So keep that in mind. So now, here's a commercial. For those of you that don't know, I actually have, I didn't bring the actual book, but I'll hold up. Let's see. There we go. This is, because the other part goes over her face, so I don't want to do that part. Can you see it? When I Was on the Moon? I don't know if you can see it or not. Okay. This is the newest book. It's on Amazon that I've written. My newest children's book, When I Was on the Moon. I enjoyed this book really, really. People always ask me, well, which book do you like the best? I said, that's like asking somebody which child do they like the best. You love all of them. I do. It's the creative process. It's just to have a book. It's, exciting. So I would tell you, there is no one I love any more than the other one. I'm just thankful to have been able to bring this creativity uh, to people, to their children. I have people that tell me they read the books over and over again to their kids. They have to hide them for their kids because their kids are like, especially I think Red Elephant, and there's a new Red Elephant coming up also. I need to make because I'll forget. Red Elephant, those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, is a book. The entire book says, "Have you seen a red elephant?" And it says it like 20 something times. Have you seen a red elephant? Have you seen a red? And so by the end of the book, because it says, "Have you seen a red elephant do a dance? Have you seen a red elephant?" Or let's say, "Have you seen a red elephant doing math?" That kind of thing. And then the rhyme goes all the way through the book. It reminds you of the books from Dr. Seuss. And I used to read the books to my sons all the time. So I think that's why that came. But that's where I think it came about from that. Okay. So I just wanted to, I said, give the commercial. But all the books are available. They are all on Amazon. When I Was on the Moon, Peyton, the pink whale with the yellow tail. Bradley Can't Find His Pants. Justin Lost a Tooth. Stuck in the Elevator. They're all there. So those are all original titles. What I've been really interested to notice or to find out is that none of the titles have been repeated through that I know of. I know when I just last searched, there were none of the titles that someone else, I was using the same title. Now, just so to be clear, a title cannot be copywritten. So even if it was, it's okay. It's totally, you cannot copyright the title. What's copywritten in a book is the contents of the book. That's the copyright, is what's inside of the book. Because you go to a library, like I was at a function, I think I've shared with you guys, it was actually my very first time I talked about Peyton. Or was it Peyton? No, I'm sorry. It was about There's a Rocket in My Pocket. Very first time I talked about that story, and that someone in the audience said that I had stolen the book. Stolen, I guess the title is what they were trying to say. And I expressed to the gentleman, I said, you cannot do that with a title of a book. You cannot copyright the title. You're copyrighting the contents. And just so happens as I'm speaking, the head librarian, which I did not know was in the audience, and she stood up and she said, my name is, she's giving her name, and she said, I am the lead, which, like I said, I didn't know who the lady was. She said, I'm the head librarian of the entire Riverside County. And it's so interesting how you don't know who you're talking to, really. But she said, Mrs. Welch is correct. You cannot copyright a title. She said, you can go look in our library right now. There'll be 15 books with the same title. I thought that was so interesting because she was basically co-signing and saying, you're right. You cannot. So by the time she finished talking, we couldn't even find that man. We don't know where he went. He disappeared. So I'm saying to you, those of you that if you have you have an idea for a book, please pursue it. And this one came when I Was on the Moon, came from a conversation. All it was I was talking, and then the gentleman said, when I was on the moon, just said that. That's all he said. And I said, you have to stop right here. He goes, what happened? What happened? I said, that's a children's book. He said, what's a children's book? I said, what you just said is a children's book. And I wrote it. I stopped him right there and I wrote it down. And now you get to read the book, When I Was on the Moon. That's how, it's something for me, ladies and gentlemen, I will say this. Something has to inspire me. I would say inspiration from the littlest things. There is no big thing. I can tell you that it's usually something just like that, a conversation. And even when we're talking, I wasn't looking for him to say anything or expecting him to say anything. In fact, we're just talking. And then in that conversation, he just said, when I was on the moon. And when he said that, I knew instantly that was a children's book. So that's why we have the book. But just so I'm always writing. Let me just say that now. Always writing. So I don't think a day goes by that I don't write something. But it doesn't always have to be like I knew this was a book. I just knew. So, but all of them aren't like that. Just some come out. I have some more. You guys will see them pretty soon. I have a series coming, ladies and gentlemen, and I haven't had a series. So this will be very interesting, but I'll tell you more about it. As time goes on, you'll be like, ah, you got it's really so interesting because I've never had a series. So I'm very, very excited about that. And I'm going back to these messages because I hadn't put a message up yet. So we're going to go to the messages. Then I'm going to go into what I wanted to talk to you about. And we'll talk about which is the 4 agreements. I'm going to go first. I'll go to your comments and then we'll go to the 4 agreements. All righty. I'm so glad to see each and every one of you today. I cannot even begin to tell you. Don't forget, Dale Roberts celebrations, the Dale Roberts Day, August 25th of this year. It's at 3:00 downtown Riverside at the main City Hall Chambers, 3900 Main Street. It's called the ArcPic Chambers, I think ArcPic Council Chambers or something like that. But it's the City Hall Chambers, and for Riverside, you can I say everybody's welcome. There is a link. Let me give you guys just email me at Mary D. Welch, and I'll send you the link because there is a RSVP, and you don't want to be. It is open to the public, but you don't want to be an RSVP or don't have an RSVP, and they say, "Well, I'm sorry, the RSVPs get to go in first." You don't want that. I wouldn't, but I would tell you, the numbers are climbing really high. I think a lot of people are going to be here for this. A lot of people are turning out. Because Dale Roberts is turning 90 years young. And so that's saying a lot in itself. So they're really proud to, celebrate with him and be there for him and that kind of thing. So that's what I think people just want. I've known Dale for I don't even know how long, really. I honestly don't know. It's been that long. But he's part of so many people's lives here in Riverside. So let's see our comments here. We have hi, Auntie from Miss Jazzy. And then it says, hi, Uncle Oliver. That's from Miss Jazzy. Then we have Miss Trenda. Trenda says, hi, Hi, Trenda. Hi, sweetheart. And then we're going to go on down here because I saw Charles. Trenda, what did you say, Trenda? You said, hi, Oliver. I know, huh? I tell you. Hi, Charles. Good to see you. Hey, Trenda, are you laughing, Trenda? Girl, you're too funny. And you said, oh, you're in Atlanta? I'm in Atlanta. You right now? Are you really? Okay. We will be going, I don't know when, later on this year, sometime. But we're definitely going to go. Okay, Charles, I see that's you. And Jazzy, let's see. What was that? You said, hi. My auntie is looking so proud. Oh, thank you. Jazzy, you know what it is? I'm going to tell you. Solid colors. That's the one thing I would tell anybody. If you're going to go on TV or anytime or podcast, whatever it is, wear solid colors. The camera loves solid colors. And if you look at the news people, look at what they wear. They wear solid colors. So I'm a witness. So that's what you see. Thank you, Jazzy. Thank you, sweetheart. You said, but I just really, that's why I wore something solid. It just pops. That's what it does. Okay. Oh, thank you, Trenda. You guys. Hey. I would tell you. Honestly, I have a meeting after the show today. And I was like, this is more, in my opinion, more of a winter look because I look on your neck and all that. But I like the color. That's why I wore this today. I just said, okay. And I'm going to be on another podcast. And I'll make sure you guys know on Sharon Gilmore's podcast. So make sure you follow Sharon Gilmore. She has a podcast. So you want to be there. And we want to support. We always want to support. You bought the book. Oh, look at you, Charles. Do you like the book? It's a question. Do you like when I was on the moon? Do you like it? Do you like it? I hope you like it, Charles. I like them all. I can't say I don't. I really do. I do. I enjoy them. Yes. And here is our executive producer, Oliver. Oliver said, hi, audience and repeat audience. Welcome to the show. We appreciate your continued support. Thank you, babe. He's in the, as you know, he comes on at Christmas. So you guys know at Christmas, Oliver, he's going to be on there. Let's see. We have, okay. And I'm going through one by one. Here they are. And they are. Jazzy said, that's amazing. Jazzy, I tell you, life is amazing, Jazzy. I don't know that we know just how amazing it is. I know you guys heard about the young lady that passed away, Hayden. I can pronounce her last name, Paytonier, or what Oliver knows how. Anyway, 36. We don't know how young 36 is. 36 is young. Well, I know how young it is, but I'm just saying that's young. That's a very young life. Oh, you wish you could go to the moon? Well, Jazzy, I don't know about going to the moon, but just know that, we could. Somebody's gone there. They're talking about starting a space station up there and things like that. So I think if we just took care of the planet we're on, we'll be just fine. I really do. Congratulations on your new. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's so sweet of you. Charles, I don't know if you said if you liked it or not. If you did, I hope you did. I do. I hope you did. It is really. I try to. This is what I say about books like this: is you read it to a child and you give them a good night kiss and they turn over and go to sleep. That to me was so precious when the boys were little, and I'd read a story to them and they would be like, that's what all they needed was that good night kiss, and they were good. That was it. All right, congratulations. Thank you, Jazzy. So I didn't realize I hadn't talked to you guys about the new book. But yeah, When I Was on the Moon was the newest one. So I do want your opinion, Charles. Oh, thank you, Mildred. Now, which Mildred is this? I see. I know about 5 Mildreds, and I'm not kidding. At least 5. But thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. I appreciate your support. I know. And then I need to put this out here just so we can. Ladies and gentlemen, let me see. Trenda. Okay. Is that you that said yes? Oh, I said, oh, you said you're buying it tonight. Okay. Let me see. Charles, did you like the book, Charles? You bought the 4 Agreements. Oh. Oliver went to buy the 4 Agreements, Charles, and guess what? It's back ordered. He went to Barnes and Noble. They said they don't have copies. They have to back order it. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to get into the 4 Agreements. That's very interesting that he went there to buy it, and they're like, nope, it's all sold out of that. So we're going to talk about it for sure. Okay, now I want to make sure I caught up on your comments. I got to make sure I get all your comments in because that means so much to me. First, I want to introduce what the 4 Agreements are so we all know what the book is about. I read this book, let me say this, over 20 years ago. Got to be over 20 years ago. It could be even 30 years ago. But when I read it, oh, you are? Okay. When I read it, it changed my life. Think about this. It changed my life. That's how powerful the 4 Agreements are. And I'm going to read them to you. And you can go, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you which one was so instrumental to me. Because everything, I will say this, I was thinking the opposite of what the agreement was. That's really what happened. And when I read what the 4 Agreements, you're wondering, what am I talking about? Okay, let me go in and get started with you first. And then it'll probably be a lot easier. Okay. The 4 Agreements are from Don Miguel Ruiz. Now, think about this. I'm not reading that to you. That's how much I memorized this. Is that important to me? Oh, Amazon has it. Okay. Thank you, Charles. I see what you said. You said Amazon has it. All right. But I'm thinking that, this book is 30 something years old. They were out of it. So I probably to just, like you said, go on Amazon and order it. Okay. What I like about the 4 agreements, let me tell, so you guys know why I'm suggesting this, but it's simple. It's simple. It's not complicated. You don't have to do, flips to figure it out. It is so easy that it makes you do one of those really kind of, at least it did for me. I don't know if you feel the same way, but the 4 agreements are very simple. I'm going to go over each one and then I'll explain each one. If that makes sense. Okay. There are 4, obviously, the 4 agreements. And the very first one is be impeccable with your word. Say it again. Under the 4 agreements, hold on. I guess I might want to do that. There we go. Be impeccable with your word. Your words have power. Does that make sense? I hope I'm intentionally stopping and pausing and reading on purpose. Be impeccable with your word. What that means is that say what you mean and mean what you say. Don't play with people or say stuff you don't mean. I know when I was growing up, my father said, I remember how this came about, but he said, never threaten people. Never threaten people. Either you're going to do it or you're not, but don't threaten them with it. And I still remember that to this day. And that's along the lines of be impeccable with your word. So be impeccable. Whatever you say you're going to do, you give in your word you're going to do it, you do it. And the best way, and to be honest with you, I tell anybody, is to, if you don't think you can do it, just say no. That way it takes you off the hook of putting that on your plate of things to do. But someone told me years ago, if you want something done, give it to a busy person. If you want something done, give it to a busy person. I have come to find that to be true, because busy people will figure out how to get it done, because they already got stuff going and they will figure out how to fit it in. And that's if they say yes to it. If a busy person says yes, you really know it's going to get done. Very rarely, I'm trying to think if I ever given something to a busy person and they didn't get it done. I can't think of any. Most times they get it done if you ask them to do something. So, and then you have to follow up too. Let me add that. Just because you ask someone to get something done, you still have to go back and follow up, because people get busy. That's really what it is. How many times does something happen and you go, well, I thought you took care of that? Anytime you ask somebody to do something, whether you're a supervisor or a friend, always follow up and see if they did it. That's something that I had to learn. You had to follow up. You can't assume they did it, because sometimes you can assume they did it and they haven't. They just haven't got around to it, or they forgot about it. That happens. People forget. Mm-hmm. So, and the very first one, this is how important it was. Be impeccable with your word. Your words have power. Speak truthfully and carefully. And don't use your words to tear down others. Tear down yourself or others. This is powerful. I talked to a young lady this morning, and she was tearing down herself. She was like, oh, I just can't do this. And oh, I just can't do. I said, stop right there. Just stop. It's like, don't go any further with this. She goes, what do you mean? I said, stop putting yourself down. She didn't even know she was doing it. Stop putting yourself down. That's a real thing. So keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. I was saying, when was this? Earlier, just right before I came on the show, I was talking to one of the ladies that we travel, getting ready to travel with, not too, a few months out. And I told her I want to go on. I want to get in touch with Tamron Hall, Jennifer Hudson, and Drew Barrymore. And I want to go on all their shows. And she said, we touching and agreeing on this. You going on those shows. I said, okay. I said, I don't know when, I don't know how, I don't know anything, but some kind of way I'm going to get on those shows. It can be for the books. It can be for the new things coming out. It can be, I don't know. I don't know what it's for. I couldn't tell you, but I want to go on those shows. I want to be a guest on the shows, but they have to, of course, they have to ask you to be a guest, that kind of thing. But the point is, I'm putting it out there. If anybody know how to get in touch with any of those ladies, let me know. So I don't know how to do it, but somebody know how to do it. It says, I'm going to go back to be impeccable with your word. Your words have power. Speak truthfully and carefully, and don't use your words to tear down yourself or others. This isn't merely about avoiding lies. It means, watching the way you talk to yourself. Think about, this is self-talk. And I have to watch this stuff too. Believe me, I struggle with all of the things I teach with all of you. It's not like I got it together. No, I struggle with it all. I try to do better. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. I mean, that's just the facts. But I just want you to know there is no perfection in any of this. It just isn't. No perfection. Okay. Now, it says it isn't merely about avoiding lies. It means watching the way you talk to yourself. If the statements such as, I'll never succeed. Anybody said things like that? Anybody? I got both hands. Or I'm not good enough. I have the book up here. It says, I am enough. I bought that book just because it said, I am enough. Think about that. So I can read it every day and remind myself, I am enough. It said, I'm not good enough, or can become internal agreements that shape your behavior. Think about how powerful that is. That's huge. That's saying, what it really is saying, ladies and gentlemen, you have the power. You have the power to make choices that can change your life. They can change your life. It's all in you. There's no boogeyman out there. No. I know someone, I was telling someone about Streamyard or whatever, and I said, the one thing I would say about this, there's no barriers to entry. I say that because we used to think, or I'll say they're not used to, there were barriers. It wasn't that long ago I couldn't do this. Mm-mm. In fact, the system they had was Periscope. And I'm sure many of you don't remember that. Periscope used to be on, it's literally just like StreamYard. You talk to it. StreamYard is more upscale than Periscope, I think, but not much. And then now we have Facebook and all that. Facebook did not have live a long time. Not that I said a long time ago. None of this is a long time ago now. It's just a few years ago, but it didn't. You couldn't do what you can now with Facebook. Mm-hmm. It's a different world. And it's constantly moving. It doesn't stay stagnant. So just keep that in mind. If you think, the way it is today is going to be like this next week and next year, I promise you it won't. I promise you it won't. Especially with social media. Everything is changing literally. It feels like almost daily. It's hard for me to keep up. But I know I do what I can to stay in the game. Stay in the game. I'm trying to stay in the game. That's really what it is. So, and then I see on here at the bottom, just for you guys want to be on the texting system, 47, 47, 47, and your name, and you can be on the texting system. You know, and I usually only text once a week. I'll be texting twice because of the event for Dale Roberts, and I'll be sending the email out again because of Dale Roberts, because that's how big this event is. Normally, many of you know, I don't tend to repeat a lot, but I will for this event. I'll send one out probably, I'm going to say by Wednesday of this week. Another email will go and another text will go to be ready for the following Monday. I just want everybody to be, that would like to attend, to know that it's going on. So that'll go out again. Okay. Say these again. Go through this. If you haven't, you don't have to copy it down. As many of you know, take a picture. That's what they say. That's the easiest thing to do. Just take a picture. But this is important because I have to remind myself all the time. Oh, I lost the picture. Sorry about that. I have to all the time about being, number one, be impeccable with your word. Your words have power. Speak truthfully and carefully, and don't use your words to tear down yourself or others. That's big. So just don't use your words for either one of those things. This isn't merely about avoiding lies. It means also watching the way you talk to yourself. Statements such as, I'll never succeed, or I'm not good enough can become internal agreements that shape your behavior. Your behavior. Huge, huge, huge. Okay. Number 2. And I think number 2 overlapped, and it did. Okay, I'm gonna show it to you, but it did overlap. So we'll see. Let me see if it came. How did it come out? Oh, it didn't overlap on yours. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is a big. I think. Well, let me say this first. 5 minutes. All of them are big to me. Let me just say that they're all personal and they're all big to me. Because there's so many times in my life where these things I thought were the opposite. And this is one of them. Don't take anything. This is so huge. Don't take anything personally. Think about this. What other people say and do often reflects their experiences, beliefs, fears, expectations, and emotions more than it reflects you. I'm going to read that again because I took everything people said personally. That's why I'm so, this one probably more than any other one. Let me read it again. Don't take anything personally. What other people say and do often reflects their experiences, beliefs, fears, expectations, and emotions more than it reflects you. That doesn't mean you shouldn't tolerate disrespect. It means you don't have to allow someone else's opinion to determine your worth. In everyday language, everything isn't about you. This may be one of the book's best liberating ideas. I tell you, this was one. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to think. Is this one? Hold on. When is this? Okay. No. Okay. This is the one when I realized, I think it was, I used to think I had some, I don't want to say influence, but I guess you could say that I influenced how people thought. And what he's really saying is no. Whatever their ideas or thinking and everything, that's their ideas and beliefs. It doesn't have to be anything you said or did or anything. That's just the way that they think. And what I've come to terms with, and you cannot change people's minds. Once people, this is what a big one, and it's not one of the 4 agreements. This is what I realized. Once people have made up their minds, it is almost impossible to change it. Can you believe that? I learned that personally. That's the bonus, I guess. I'm gonna say it again. Once people have made up their minds about anything, I don't care what it is almost impossible to change it. Now I say almost impossible because people can change their minds, but it's almost impossible. It pretty much is. Once they make up their minds about something, I don't want to get into what that really is or is about and all those things, but I will tell you this: it is very real. It is very real. Once it's almost impossible. I'm just telling you the truth. It's this side of impossible to change it. Oh, who's that? Remember Periscope? Trenda, you remember Periscope? Wow. And that's gotta be, I'm gonna say, almost got to be getting close to 10 years ago now. It has to be. Periscope. This really was Periscope then. It was like this, but we couldn't do. What am I trying to say? You didn't have the words running across and stuff like that, and you can come on 24 hours a day, any day. It was the forerunner to what we know now. What words came after the words I am? Oh, there were different words on there. Hold on. Let me go back. Hi, Ruby. How are you, sweetheart? I hope everything's fine. I know the last time we talked, you had gone through, I want to say surgery. Hold on. Let's see. What was it? What was the words after I am? Ruby? Oh, was this 2 or 3? Hold on. No, let me see. I don't know. I'm trying to see where is it? I am on number 2. Everyday language is everything is about to. Oh, I don't see it, sweetie. I don't see the I am. Well, let's see. Let's go on to the next one. I don't see it. I don't know. You said, what is that, Jazzy? You said some people take it personally, but that's their choice. I was one of the people. I took everything personally. I thought I was the reason somebody was acting crazy. I thought all these things, and it really isn't. So you learn. I don't see. I'm still looking for what Ruby said. Okay, so I just want to know. You would say, "Yep, sure do, Trinda." Oh, I'm telling you. So these when I'm reading to you, I definitely am applying it to my life. Believe that I am, and so many things that I thought were not even true. So I've learned a lot, and I'm still learning. As long as there's breath in my body, I will still be learning. I can tell you that. And that's for sure. Let's see the next one. What slide are we on? Oh, that's okay. Here we go. Oh, this is a big one too. I'm gonna tell you, I'm guilty as charged. Don't make assumptions. I don't know about you guys. I make assumptions about pretty much almost everything, I think. I'm not kidding. I make assumptions about everything. Okay. It says we frequently create stories without knowing the facts. She didn't call me, so she must be angry. They didn't invite me because they don't like me. Nobody responded to my idea, so it must be terrible. Ladies, gentlemen, all of these things I've said and done, I'm going to tell you right now. And I have been wrong many times. Many times I've been wrong. So, no, that this is real. This is stuff that's why I wanted to do the 4 agreements, because it applies to all of our lives. I don't think there's anybody's life that doesn't. But some of us have better control of it than other ones. Ruiz encourages people to ask questions, communicate clearly, seek the truth. Make sure I got the third one. Okay. Oh, seek the truth. Where am I? Rather than feeling and missing information themselves. I don't know about you guys, but this is me all day. I will make up a story in a heartbeat. I don't bit more know the facts. I don't know anything. But I have in my head, I done made it up. This is why they did this. This is why they said that. I don't know if you guys have, but I have done it. More times than as they say, what's the old saying go? More times I can shake a stick at. More times. I can't even tell you how many times. But I'm trying. I'm getting better not to do that. I'm trying not to do that. I'm trying to curtail my emotions. That for me is big. I'm gonna tell you right now, just to get there is big for me. We could stop right there. But I'm really trying to bring all that energy back into what do you know? What is it that you know? Not what you think you know. What do you know? That is huge. That's just that is big. What do you know to be true? They didn't call. That's what you know. All the other stuff is what you're creating in your mind. You don't know why they didn't call? I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, this stuff is real. A lady, because this just happened about 2 days ago. I called the lady. She didn't call me back. I waited a day or so. I called her again. She didn't call me back. Now, this is what I said. In my head, I said, oh, this lady doesn't like me. She doesn't even return my phone call. I'm just dead. I'm gone down that road, gone. And then I thought, you don't know what's going on in that lady's life. It could be an emergency. It could be anything. But the point is, I need to leave it at, she didn't return the call for whatever the reason. That's it. And leave it right there. Instead of, I'm making up all these, scenarios as to what's really going on. Which, by the way, I have no way of confirming one way or the other. I'm telling you. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen. Making assumptions is big. And I'm the queen of that. So I can tell you, if you don't make assumptions about situations, you are way ahead of the game. Way down the road. Okay. As we come to the last. Are we at the last? Did I miss it? Okay. Any comments from any of the, I'm curious about, some of you may have already heard of the 4 agreements. I don't know. I literally, it changed, like I said, it changed my life. And so I guess I'm doing this for a couple of reasons. I need a refresher on the 4 agreements. I need to refresh. That's what I need. To just refresh with the 4 agreements. So that's what I'm doing. And you get to be a part of that refreshment of what they are. Okay. I love this one because I don't know about you guys, but do you ever, the guilt of doing something or not doing it or whatever the case may be, the guilt eats you alive. But if you do this agreement, always do your best. Think about that. What more can you do? If you do your best, what else is there to do? There's no guilt. There's no feeling, lack of, or I should have done this and I should have done that. You don't have none of that because you did your best when you did it. Do that one thing and you're good. You good. Think about it. You're good. You don't have to worry about nothing else. You did your best. That's what you did. That's it. You don't have to be, oh, I should have done it. Oh, what if I had only done it? You don't have to do any of that. Your best is identical every day. It's not. Your best when you're rested and confident may look different from your best when you're exhausted, grieving, overwhelmed, or learning something new. I'm going to say it again. Your best isn't identical every day. So, in other words, my best today may be different than my best tomorrow. Okay. Your best when you're rested and confident may look different from your best when you're exhausted, you're grieving, you're overwhelmed, or learning something new. Okay, next. The goal isn't perfection. Think about that. The goal isn't perfection. The idea is to give what you genuinely can under the circumstances. Ah! Ladies, gentlemen, these things are freeing. Freeing. It frees you from being confined. And one of the best things about that is the goal isn't perfection. I need to write that down. That needs to go out on everything I send. The goal isn't perfection. It isn't. It isn't. But we have this thing, we want it to be absolutely perfect. I know I do. I do. I'm not going to tell you. I'm one of those people. I want every I dotted. I want every T crossed. I want this. 2 years ago, I think I remember sharing this with you guys. 2 years ago, I sent out an email and the word in the subject line, one of the words in the subject line was misspelled. 200 people sent me a message back and said, you spelled the word wrong. 200. I remember that. Part of me, I wanted to cry because I sent it out and I did not go back and read it, which I normally do. And I would have caught it had I just reread it, and I didn't. And at the same time, another part of me said, those 200 people cared enough to tell you, get it right. We care enough about what you're doing to get it right. So I looked at it as that way. But part of me, I felt bad that they caught an error in what I did. Think about that. That I sent out something that had an error. As if everything I do is perfect, because it isn't. It is not. I'm not even going to sit up here and tell a lie like that. It isn't. But I felt bad that I sent out something that had an error in it. I've since learned, I've sent out stuff that had errors. It wasn't intentional, but it's happened. It has happened. So I would tell you, but I would rather do that than not send out anything at all. Now that, yes, true enough, and the subject line was an error, but well, the rest of it was right. But I felt, think about all what I'm saying. Because it wasn't perfect. It still got the message across, but the people that received it, they got the message, but they also said, we need for you to get this right. Yeah, we need you to, and I know what they really are saying. There's a higher expectation, and I get that. I really do, more than they know. But it meant a lot. It meant a lot that they cared enough to correct me. That's what I looked at, and that's what meant a lot to me, was that caring. So we're going to go over number 4 again. Always do your best. Your best, quote unquote, best isn't identical every day. Your best when you're rested and confident may look different from your best when you're exhausted, grieving, overwhelmed, or learning something new. The goal isn't perfection. I have to write that down. You know why? I think I'm guilty of it. That's why I'm writing it down. The idea is to give what you genuinely can under the circumstances. And I would say to you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're looking for perfection, to do something, I think I shared this with you guys. I heard a couple say, well, we'll have kids when we have X amount of dollars in the bank. I'm just sitting here looking at them. I said, if I waited for that, I would have never had kids. If I waited for, I want X amount of dollars in the bank, it's not going to happen. Not that I mean, I still would be waiting for X amount of dollars. So I knew not to wait for that. I said, but I understood what they were saying, but I also understood what they were looking for is perfection. They're looking for when everything is perfectly in place. Now we can start having kids. No, I'm sure a whole lot of people have kids and everything wasn't in place. Mm-mm. But the goal isn't perfection. Really, if you ask me, the goal is to live a good life, be good to people, period. End of story. Don't mistreat them, and let's hope that they don't mistreat you, and live a good life. Be kind. That's, it really isn't, if you really think about it, it really isn't that hard. It really isn't. It's just that we make it harder than what it is. I think that's it. Okay. I got to go back and check any more comments. I want to make sure I get any comments in before I go. Here we go. Let me go back over here. I guess we got some comments. I'm looking at these. Okay, Trenda. I see Trenda. I see Jazzy. I see Ruby. Okay, Ruby. Thank you, Ruby. Ruby said, and that's what I was thinking. I said, I've done it, Ruby. You said people, that would be me. People make, I'm laughing, but that's what I'm guilty of. I have taken, this is the truth, Ruby. I've taken an assumption in my head and treated it as though it was the gospel truth. I've done it. I've done it. So I know that people make assumptions and think it's facts. I have to really, really work at that. That's one I have to put my energy into because I'm guilty of it. As they say, guilty is charged. So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. You really need to know what the facts are. And we stop it. We just run with it. I don't know about you. I've run with it so many times and Jazzy, I'm sorry, what you say, sweetheart? Jazzy said, before you accuse someone or about something, it's always smart to get all the facts about it because you never know what the results are until the end. You're right. You are correct, Jazzy. I think just knowing that is like, wow. And then Trenda, he said, I do have the book and definitely need to revisit. Trenda, I'm ordering it tonight. Yes, I am, because I know the power of this book, but I haven't read it in a good 20 years, easily 20 years. I will tell you that. So just keep that. So I'm going to go back. I'm going to reread the whole thing because I just know how powerful it is. So thank you, Trenda. Thank you. I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, Jazzy, and I'm surprised Jazzy's still up because it's at 9:30. When you do your best, you will go far in life, and it's your choice to change things around. No one is perfect, and we all make mistakes, but it's their choice to change or your life or keep doing the same thing over again. You know what I find though, Jazzy? I'm just going to be honest with you. As people get older, it's harder to change. We do get set in our ways. We are set in our ways. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. That's a real thing. Set in your ways. And I'm guilty of that too. I'm sitting up here, I'm telling you all this, and don't think I'm sitting up here going, oh, no, that's not me. That is me. It takes a lot. It just takes a lot to move beyond these things. It really does. I'm just speaking for me and my life. And yes, but I would tell you, I wouldn't change it. I would not change it for anything. So, ladies and gentlemen, those are the 4 agreements. I wanted to make sure I got a chance to go over those with you. I'm going to go back. Trenda has the book. Charles has the book. I'm going to get it. I'm going to order it. Go online tonight and order it. Probably be here tomorrow. The book. Read it for yourself. It is powerful. Remember, nothing anyone says or does is because of you. Think about that. That's the one that changed my life. Nothing anyone says or does is because of you. It's because of their own, of what's going on in their head. And you're not in their head. I don't think you're in there. So, not that I know of. So, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you next Monday. We have guests coming, but whether they have guests coming or not, I'm always just excited to be here and to be with you. God bless each and every one of you. I thank you so much for coming. Whatever the day you can be here, it means a lot. And thank you for supporting on YouTube the shorts. I'm looking at the shorts, and there are a lot of people watching those, probably because they're only like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever the case may be. They're short, and that's what they are. But I love you. I'll see you in a week, and God bless. Bye-bye, everybody.